Diepsloot residents have expressed anger over the ongoing crime within the area. Community members have responded by setting alight homes and places from which criminals are allegedly operating. Our reporter eNCA's Manqoba Mchunu speaks to, of course, the family of slain former CPF chair John Makula, who was gunned down while trying to help foil a robbery at a shop in Extension 13, but is also catching up with the Makula family, whose mother was hacked with a panga and her young child shot. Manqoba, good morning once again to you. Just with regards to the Makula family, we understand, that the mother had to flee for even her own safety while the child is fighting for their life out in ICU. So you could see really the complexities of crime affecting residents in Diepsloot.
Certainly, Tumela, and that's how much residents here have been affected by crime in this area. I mean, almost every family here will tell you a story about how they've either survived crime or how they have been victims to crimes themselves. You speak to residents, they tell you that they are living in constant fear in this community. They cannot walk on the streets at night, and that even when they sleep, they sleep with one eye open. Just because of the crime, the rampant crime in this community, but not only just a crime, but we're talking here about serious crimes where people are killed in this community. And the Makula family, of course, is one of those families that have been affected. We're going to be speaking to them a bit later on, but joining me now are the members of the Makula family. This is the family of the former CPF chair that was killed in this area. He was shot about 2 weeks ago here in this very community when he was assisting, going and responding to a call for help when a robbery was taking place in Extension 13, and he was shot. He died in hospital on Sunday. I just want to get a sense from the family about this and how they are feeling. Baba uJohannes, ngiyabonga kakhulu ngesikhathi sakho. Baba, njengomndeni niqemeke ingozi enkulu, like nifila kanjani?
Ngikule buhlungu kwamkhore. Nakile kusale ke mola monna bamfonela boshigo ka Monday ka 11 aboshigo bamfonela ba gape a botse ba mothuntshije. So ke le go ka botlhoko wa sanga robala bro bola bile ba fela. So ka Tuesday ke tsamaya ke hospital. Ke fita kwa hospital ke mo kile go baji ya go betso sho ga go beji. Ya go beji no ba mthunjije wona ka ntse ba mthunjije. So ntse ya doctor ke ba phone ba no tlo kwa hospital kwa. Ba do go botsa nna go bereka ga byang mo se bona se mo se byang. Ba tlhalosa ba no bona ba le ke mo go ba le ka gona. So ba paletse na go ngolongwe ka no tsamaya call wa tsela mara ba re founela gore yo go tsena gona ba re founela ba no re emele call in time. Ba no re emele call in time go ja no mthola ka ba mthola no re shi. So re go le botlhoko yona be motho wa thuntaga mo setšhabeng ya thuya setšhaba. Ba bantši ba lile ka yena ba lla ka yena le bona mo Extension 13. Ba bantši le bona ba no bile ba sotha ba tsamaya ba le ba boela bona ntamo le ntlo ra ba sa le safe. Be motho wa thuya setšhaba ka moka le Makula ka moka.
Okay, well, the gentleman here, the brother of John, explaining that they are quite, hurt as a family about, his killing, and he's saying that as a family, he received the news on Monday after he was shot, and he had gone to the hospital. He had spoken to the doctors for several days, and the prognosis was not good. The injuries were bad, and they were told to expect anything. So they waited for the call. They were told to wait, and just prepare themselves for anything, because his condition was not good. He says that they then received that call just a few days later. They're quite devastated as a family, because this was somebody who was very helpful to the community, somebody who, even community members respected. In Extension 13, they are saying that they've lost somebody who was fighting for them, who was, fighting this war against crime in that community. But just in terms of ama injuries wake, ubelimele kangakanani bamdubule kanjani kwenzekeni maniswa
bamthunche mo dimpeme ka mo dumalapanta ka mo ya ka mo bamthuncha ona so puletela go phozene la ile ya mosenya ka mo teng ka mo ya phozene ile mosenya ka mo teng ka mo ya senyamala ka mo ka le kidney ka mo so ga botse e senja botse go tsulose ka fela ka mo teng ka mo
belimele kakhulu
ya lemele kakhulu ya so mabele ba palela gore ba ka molokisa so ba lekile ke ba ra fona ba ra bele ona re paletse bele ona ka mo gontse bang ka ona re fitlile mafelelo ya o sna ka mo ga di yang ka ona ba mfonetse ka Saturday last week Saturday ya Saturday ke mmere go moshio ba mfona ba no itla go pala family tla mo sepetlela itle ka pele ke fona o thome ya ga no a tsamaye re go sepetlela ba nyang go sepetlela e fitla mona ke ba lokala mo counseling room ba tlhalosetsa gape re lekile ntho re paletswe e ba sena go to le founela le go le ba re mothola be o tlhokofetse nna ka le mmone pele before to le founela tlhalosetse na go tsamaya bjang ka ena motho ka mo go betseng ka ona.
Okay, John. Well, the brother explaining that he was shot just in the abdomen, and many of his organs, internal organs, and the crucial organs, including intestines and kidneys, were severely injured. So the doctors tried their best. They had prepared the family, told them to expect anything that they had tried to save him, but they could not save him. So they received that call, and they were told that he had ultimately passed on. So you can imagine the pain to me. But I want to ask you, Putwami, ukuthi ube umuntu onjani emphakathini? Ngiyeza ukuthi ube umuntu obethanda kakhulu ukusiza umphakathi, ube obelwa necrime kule community.
Ya yena bi imuntu wathusha emphakathi. Andi be chairperson ya CPF. So wathusha emphakathi kamukale le Makula. Ka athusha sitshaba ka moka. Le ka mebara ka moka. Tolo motho ka tla mo yena no ke shota nya ka nto so le ke a shota ka tšhelete ba gona mothusha ara ke na dijo ba mothusha a mofa so bele mali mabile ra ba arishi yena
baba ukuthi wabulawa kanjani wayekwenza ngaleso sikhathi kwenzekalani yini nizwayo ukuthi wayosiza somewhere kwi crime
bemtho a thusha Makula Makula manje ba haje ba sola po bele ba mo phone Makula ai Manqoba go ba sola po ke go ba go tsamaya tla mo jagate mo ta ja koloi a tsamaya ya mola ga fitla malapha ka koloi mo monyako ga Makula ga phaka koloi mo la ruwa tswa mo koloi batho ba lante ba epatile ba ime ka dikhona bana ba mmone na ba bone ke ba mo matisa ba so ba mthunja.
Okay. Well, he's explaining here to me that, this was somebody who helped the community a lot. Even if people were short and didn't have food in their houses, this was somebody who would go out of his way to ensure that, he helps the community members. Explaining what happened, he was called to a scene of a robbery by some of the foreign shop owners in this community. There was a robbery going on. They called him and he had responded to that call. When he arrived there, he didn't see the gunman, but they managed to shoot and injured his brother. So that's the devastation that this family. I wanna see swami ngiyazi ukuthi ufuna ukukhuluma kodwa ke ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi ufila kanjani wena njengonkosikazi.
Izubhlungu kakhulu because nayila ngihambe ngalo besa prepare ukuthi it was the Father's Day but lelo langa lethina umntana amakhona ukuthi aluze ubabakhe. So sizubhlungu kakhulu ukuthi ayeke khona nokuthi ngakhuluma ukuthi ngilimele kanganani.
Ndahleke lo muntu obelethe ukudla la ekhaya breadwinner.
Yes, sesibe kumuntu uyosebenzayo kumuntu ozamayo ukuthi silale sidlile endlini.
All right, she's saying that they're devastated. They lost somebody who was a breadwinner here. It was, they were expecting to celebrate Father's Day with him, but that didn't happen. He died on that very day. His child is distraught. The wife is also distraught. But yini nilindele manje batholakala abantu zikhona impendulo enitholayo ngokwenzakala
kana mina ngiyakwa next ngiyakwa silo na ba ba kry-ile na gore re ka tseba ke re ka ya police station so a senka ra bušana batho ba ile ba kry-ega na
yena ubhuti nizomfihla nizokwazi ukumfihla zikhona thina ama-plans ukuthi nimbeke
ga ni be le o sale ka mošare wa seko sepetlele ya batho di ya ka tsamaya ba di batla mo tsamaiša mošare wa government for postmortem ga ba fetsa mo a ka tsamaya ya gae.
So Johan is explaining here that you know, as a family, they're still waiting to bury him. They are still waiting for the post-mortem to be concluded. But as far as answers are concerned, they're not getting any answers yet. The police are still investigating, and the killers are still at large at this particular point. But they're hoping, of course, that they will find justice. Baba, nifuna ukuthinja kulezi gebengu nizizwa kanjani ngalezo gebengu nale crime ekhona la enthathela umfowenu nithini ngayo sibhuti wami nibona ngazi ukuthi manje sekuyisikhathi ukuthi kwenzeke into ethile
ala crime ya mo crime go khale o le tlotse mapodisa ya tlotse mapodisa go tsona bele ke manga ka igona go re be ba fedisa so ka botho bona le go le botlhoko ga go ntona ka bara ba di le re ka ba tseba le ka se re ba bolaya enga ba bolaya go tswa tama twa je
sayifuna iclosure bhuti uthi nithole iclosure ukuvala le ndaba
ala ga ni bele ga o tsa ke sena polelo ya ke sena polelo ga ni bele
do you have faith ukuthi bazobosha labantu
ya bona batla ba tshwara ke tshepo ya ka batla ba tshwara batho ba we le ba ka motho ba moswele a sa dula kwa jele wa bo o lo ntshwara bo ya bo tla a phenda ba bola ba
Okay. So the family is saying that you know, they're hoping that the police will make arrests soon. They're hoping for closure. You know, he's saying that they just want this person to be arrested so that they can be removed from this community, so that they won't have to kill any other people in this community. Well, I'm going to leave it right here with the family. They're quite devastated, of course. And this is a family still trying, you know, to get answers. They're still trying to get closure. They haven't even laid their loved one to rest, and they're still in mourning as a family. They're hoping, however, that the death of John Makula would not be in vain, and that this will be a turning, you know, page here in this community as far as the crime situation is concerned, and just really show the extent of the, you know, the crime in this area and the pain that the families are going through, those that have lost their loved ones.
Yeah, Manqoba, I mean, we can all hear just the devastation in the family's voice. Johannes Magoda, the brother, Busisiwe Nkosi, the wife of John Makula. I mean, you could just hear the devastation, that the one thing that John stood against, bravely fought against, took his life. And there are many questions around whether crime indeed will be, of course, stopped within the community of Diepsloot. Because hearing from the brother saying there seems to be an issue that even the police cannot manage. And even when I spoke to Brenda Moridile, the brigadier within, you know, the Gauteng province as a spokesperson, telling me that it seems police officers, even though they're trying all they can, it's too dark in Diepsloot at night. I mean, they're walking through informal settlements. They have to touch each other just to feel if they're still with their colleagues. I mean, I think the brigadier was trying to say that it is a difficult task, a mammoth task for the police, but it really has to be resolved because people's lives are being taken senselessly. We'll leave it there, colleague. Thank you so much for bringing us this conversation at this point. eNCA's reporter Manqoba Mchunu out in Diepsloot.